A lot of these altcoins are really designed as Ponzi schemes. So they do very, very well at the beginning, but then as you get closer to the middle phase, maybe that's even only a couple months since the launch of the token, you realize that you need more suckers to come in and rescue you from the coin's tokenomics. So the very early people who get in, the founders of the token, do really well. But anybody who gets in 6 months, a year later, is basically providing exit liquidity for the founders. I think that there's this sort of fractal pattern, this of Bitcoin, where at 2013, it looked expensive when it hit $1,000, and then in 2017 when it hit $10,000, it looked very expensive, and now here at $56,000, it looks very expensive. So it always looks, and I think it'll look expensive when it hits $500,000, which I think it will.
Altcoins are on the rise, drawing in eager investors looking for the next big opportunity in the crypto space. But many of these projects are more focused on generating profits for their founders than providing real value to investors, says mathematician and Wall Street veteran Fred Kreuger. He advises steering clear of the risky altcoin market and instead recommends focusing on Bitcoin. In his view, Bitcoin has consistently outperformed all altcoins and continues to set the standard for security and profitability in the cryptocurrency world. Make sure to watch to the end of this video where Fred Kreuger explains why he thinks that Bitcoin will outlast all of the other altcoins. Also, if you enjoy listening to crypto-related content, please show your support by liking and subscribing to this channel by following the link in my bio. And get access to my free daily crypto updates and expert predictions direct to your inbox. Each newsletter contains market intelligence, on-chain data and latest updates from experts in the crypto space. All of this is available completely free of charge. Signing up only takes a moment and you can always change your mind later on. Now back over to Fred Kreuger.
So a lot of people are saying, hey, Fred, we're about to go into a bull market, and you really need to go for this alt season because you're going to be able to get the same return as Bitcoin, but like multiply by 2, right? Why do you want to be in Bitcoin when you can be in these like super high octane altcoins? Well, I put together 10 reasons why I think you should just stick to Bitcoin only, and here they are. The first reason is if you look over the last over a 4-year period or longer, you will find that all altcoins go to zero against Bitcoin. Now, it's true that, over a year you can see something like Solana do really well, but, over longer periods of time, all altcoins go to zero against Bitcoin. It's inevitable. It's what happens. It's a statistical behavior. Even the darlings like Ethereum are going to zero against Bitcoin. Ethereum was against Bitcoin in 2017, and it's never reached that high again. Okay, the second reason is if you buy an altcoin and it starts going down, you are going to very quickly lose your conviction for that altcoin. And you'll probably sell it at a loss. And we don't know the future, but if we have conviction about Bitcoin, we can withstand these dips. You're not going to get that conviction with altcoins. So that's the second reason. Now, the third reason is altcoins, unlike Bitcoin, are subject to technological change. They're a little bit like AOL gets replaced by Yahoo, gets replaced by Google. MySpace gets replaced by Facebook. There's always some new thing with altcoins. EOS was a top altcoin in 2018. And, it got replaced with Solana, and Solana is going to get replaced with Sui or some other hotter, faster, cheaper thing. So you don't want to be fighting technological change. Bitcoin doesn't have that problem. It hasn't changed very much at all since 2010, and that's fine because it doesn't need to change. The fourth reason is it's time. You have a limited amount of time on this planet. There are 10,000 plus altcoins. Do you have time to study all these altcoins? Wouldn't it be better for you just to study Bitcoin and get a better understanding of the top coin, you can't possibly understand all the tokenomics and all the models and really sift through all these coins out there beyond the top 100, say. And so it's just a complete time sink. You have better things to do with your life. Touch grass, do something else. That's the fourth reason. The fifth reason is there's a lot of these coins that are just outright scams. And what I mean by that, I mean things like Safe Moon coin, sounds good. It brings you to the moon safely. Celsius Cell token, CEL, was viewed as, oh, this is great. It's backing our thing, our Celsius coin. Well, it was really a way for Alex Mashinsky to sell coins and get rich personally. So this is not, you want to avoid these scams. Bitcoin is not a scam. Bitcoin was created by Satoshi Nakamoto. He's never sold any. It really has a lot of honesty in the protocol. The sixth reason is some of these things could be securities, right? The SEC hasn't completely clearly said what are securities, what aren't. It said Bitcoin is not a security. It has said that, but it's not even said that Ethereum is not, quote unquote, not a security. And things like Solana, well, they may be deemed securities officially, in which case the coin could be negatively affected. But you don't want to buy securities. Number 7 is Ponzi's. A lot of these altcoins are really designed as Ponzi schemes. So they do very, very well at the beginning, but then as you get closer to the middle phase, maybe that's even only a couple months since the launch of the token, you realize that you need more suckers to come in and rescue you from the coin's tokenomics. So the very early people who get in, the founders of the token, do really well. But anybody who gets in 6 months, a year later, is basically providing exit liquidity for the founders. You don't want to get involved in these coins. They eventually blow up. The eighth reason is a lot of these coins are deliberately complicated, and it takes a long time for you even to try to understand them. There's a coin called Bonk out there. I have no idea what it does. It has a very complicated structure. You get some airdropped. You can earn some if you do XYZ. If you start moving NFTs, you get some. And you can spend an enormous amount of time just studying an individual coin because of the sheer complexity of the design. They're a little bit like Rube Goldberg machines. And so the beauty of Bitcoin is the very simple structure. So that's the time factor.
Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe for news and expert predictions direct to your inbox.